I, 22M, cut my girlfriend's hair and she, 21F, hates it. How can I fix this? I'm a professional barber that cuts men's hair. I cut my girlfriend's hair a few months ago because she typically does a one-length straight haircut, which is easy for me to do. This time, she wanted to try something different, so I suggested layers and decided to watch some videos on how to do them. After the haircut, we both thought that the length of her bangs were too short, just below her chin, and the overall haircut didn't suit her. I felt terrible afterwards, and she told me that it was okay and that it's not my fault and that the haircut just didn't suit her. A day later, she's clearly upset, and I suggested going to a salon to see if they could make it look better, but she doesn't want to cut it any shorter, and now she doesn't want to speak to me. What can I do to make this better for her aside from a sincere apology? Update. I paid for her visit to a salon where they made it look a whole lot better. Thanks everyone for the support. You both decided on this. She shouldn't be mad at you when you made an honest effort. This is a life lesson we all experience, the haircut that shouldn't have been. She probably isn't mad at you, or even herself, just sad that she doesn't like her hair. In your line of work, you surely know how much it impacts a person's identity and confidence. Just be supportive, but don't be overly apologetic. She agreed to you doing this, so it's on her too. However, the silent treatment is an emotionally immature form of punishment and isn't acceptable. And you have a right to address that with her and say that it isn't okay for her to behave like this when you didn't do anything she didn't agree to and can't be held accountable for her feelings. Give it a day and then contact her. You do nothing further. You lovingly did a kind act of service for your girlfriend. You are a professional who gave her a free service because you wanted her to be happy. Maybe it wasn't perfect, but it came from a place of love and kindness. She either recognizes that and forgives you for the misfire, or she ends up on the curb. Glue the hair back on. No way would I let my boyfriend cut my hair. A barber is different than a hairstylist. She shouldn't be mad at you because you both agreed, but next time don't do it. My boyfriend cut my hair slightly uneven after I urged him to cut my split ends. 100% on me. What saved him from my wrath, winking face, was that he said beforehand, I don't know if I can do this. I am very sorry. Get her a gift voucher for a good salon and bear her unhappiness, don't cut her hair again. How do I 18F tell my boyfriend 18M he has smegma? So me and my boyfriend have only just started dating. We met about a month ago and have been dating a little over 2 weeks, and I really like him and it seems like he really likes me too. This is my first relationship, so I've never done anything sexual. However, me and him have gotten quite intimate and have very similar sexual interests. But I tried going down on him for the first time after a week ago, and I noticed it smelled a bit, but I didn't think much of it and just chose to focus on doing other stuff. But yesterday I tried again, except I pulled his foreskin all the back and I think I noticed some smegma. I never thought he was unhygienic. From what I can tell, he takes pretty good care of himself, so I think it would be a bit insulting to tell him, and I really don't want to fuck up this relationship, so how do I ease into telling him? I'd like to mention as well he's quite a sensitive guy and he's pretty quiet, so I feel like I should be more gentle with it, but I am just not sure how to approach it. It doesn't make me really see him much different, I just want him to take better care of himself. Edit. Next time me and him get intimate, I am gonna make sure I wasn't like seeing things. And gently mention it if I do notice it, and I'll make sure to make an update. Thank you to everyone who has been giving helpful advice. Hey hun, I'm bored, let's go wash our genitals. I don't see how it would be mean loudly crying. It's mean to subject your partner to fucking smegma. This is one of those things you need to address ASAP. You are too young to be dealing with someone who doesn't know how to wash his dick. Gotta tell him he's got dick cheese. Tough one. Maybe suggest making out in the shower and then clean him down there as some kind of foreplay? Just know you are not in the wrong here. Guy is 18 and maybe never learned how to properly take care of himself. Easy fix, but a cringe talk is imminent nevertheless. Please don't put that thing in your mouth. I, 27M, found out my girlfriend, 22F, sent pictures to another guy. Do I finish our relationship? I've been with her almost 3 years. Everything was fantastic up until around 3 months ago, where she had an incident where she inappropriately flirted with another guy at a party. She says nothing physical happened, though now I am not sure. Fast forward to this week, she was spiked at a bar and I went to hospital to look after her. I went on her phone to text her work that she wouldn't be coming in, and saw that she had FaceTimed a guy, different to the first, who she knew from school 3 times in 3 days, 9th to 11th, then sent him 2 pictures of herself in a revealing outfit, 17th, saying, "Happy Halloween XOXO. I confronted her about it and ended our relationship. She said that he reached out and was a guy she liked at school, that the calls were initially friendly then became inappropriate, at which point she cut it off, then sent the pictures when she was drunk because she's insecure from her childhood and wanted to feel like she had won if he wanted her. She said she knows how disgusting it is and doesn't understand why she keeps making these bad decisions seeking attention from men. I can't get over this betrayal and have finished with her. She is begging me for one more chance. Any thoughts appreciated, thank you. You did the right thing by ending the relationship as she disrespected you and used the I'm drunk card. Thank you to everyone who has responded. This is the hardest decision of my life, but I'll see it through. Feel sorry for you, been in a similar situation and gave her many chances. It didn't work as she kept doing it. Take it from experience, pal, this is unlikely to be the last set of events and there will be many more. As soon as she's bored, anxious, stressed, falls out with you, she'll do it again. Not worth it. She had no respect for you and your relationship. Taking her back would just tell her it's okay to walk all over you with no consequences. Walk away. End it and never look back. Work on yourself and make yourself an asset to any women they cannot afford to LSOE. For every rat you see, there's 50 you don't. You did the right thing. My husband, M33, has a friend that caught feelings, F25, what would you do in my place? Me, F31, and my husband, M33, are together for 8 years, married for 2. The said friend, F25, joined the friend group about a year ago, and in the past few months they started hanging out one-on-one and found out they have a lot in common. Let me stress that I don't think there is nothing wrong with people from the opposite sex being friends. I myself have male friends. I think she experienced confusion from their friendship because, as I know my husband, he is a really good friend when he finds a person he clicks with. And oftentimes he will cross his own boundaries for his friends to make them happy. And, being young and inexperienced in healthy relationships, I think she idealized him because he is nice, a good partner, and honestly good looking. The day she confessed her feelings, my husband and her talked. The feelings are not mutual, of course, and they agreed meeting one-on-one is not a good idea, but that they still want to remain friends. I kinda get it. Finding a friend that you really feel comfortable with is hard. And I think that in a good relationship both parties should have a good support system around them and not just each other. But this makes me awfully uncomfortable. Something in me feels that if she didn't have the slightest intention to find out if he feels the same, she wouldn't have mentioned it at all, and just would have taken a step back. She also knows me personally, and for some reason, it hurts even more because of it. I expressed my feelings to my husband, and he cut contact entirely. They won't massage or even meet in groups. It made me feel more comfortable, but it also makes me sad. I know their friendship was important to him, and I assume he misses her as a friend. He has other friends, but because she's in the friend group now, that means he would also get excluded sometimes, and that makes me even more sad. What would you do in my place? What's more important to your husband, this friendship or your marriage? You're his wife and you have communicated to him that this makes you uncomfortable. That should be enough of a reason for him to pull away from this friend. Continuing with this friendship also sends mixed signals to this woman given that what she actually wants from that friendship is not actually a friend. He doesn't need to leave the friend group, just keep her at a distance. Keep his actions with her businesslike. If he really doesn't crave the attention, it's actually annoying. Does the rest of this group of friends know that this woman has feelings for your husband? Maybe talk to someone in this group about how they would feel and how it makes your husband sad to be excluded from some things. If a woman in my group of friends were to develop feelings for a married man who is a part of that group, it would mean 100% for me and my group that this woman would no longer belong. This woman had the courage to confess these feelings. What had she expected? Did she think your husband would be with her and discard you? Did you refer to the ex-friend as your husband's best friend? No, you should be his best friend. Always. Don't feel badly about him losing someone who had ulterior motives. How long was she friends with him? You've been with him so much longer. She came in, infiltrated the group and found a guy, now watch. She'll go on to another one. Doesn't care if they're married. She's trouble. You are his best friend and if not, you're already in trouble. You were smart to have him end contact and from what you said he did it with no issues. Sounds like you are more important than that other woman. And honestly your friends should be questioning why she thought it was okay to come onto a married man in the friend group. Any other women in this group should want her out. That's not okay. From that story alone you two seem like good and empathetic people. You feel bad because he had to cut off a friend. He feels bad to exclude her from the friend group. You both did a good job of communicating your feelings. I don't think there's more to do, to be honest. Of course I have an opinion on the fact that she confessed to a married man, but that's not going to help your situation. Good job on both of you for addressing it and acting accordingly. Please don't feel bad, she's not a friend to your husband. You understanding where she was coming from does not mean you have to accept her behavior.